Hello everybody, back again with another review. Today's review is going to be over the DC Multiverse Starfire, which is a part of the McFarlane Collector Edition. Now, obviously, this is the regular Collector Edition version. There is a Platinum version, and that is Blackfire, which may be one I eventually go after, but honestly, it's not one I really care to get. I mainly anticipated Starfire, which is exactly why I pre-ordered her and have her here in front of the screen right now. I'm just very glad they finally made her. When it comes to McFarlane, they don't really make a lot of female characters, which is a big bummer and a big area where they're missing out on when it comes to sales. But this is fantastic, and just based on appearance alone, the look, this is amazing, and I think this is probably potentially going to be one of the best figures this year. But let's get into the actual packaging or box in general. So as you can see, 12 plus here at the top, and then you're gonna get the 22 moving parts just like every other McFarlane figure. Here on the side, you're gonna get Starfire McFarlane Collector Edition, as you can see, from DC Rebirth. Just the nice silver kind of chrome look to it. That's fantastic, and it is number 11 in the line. And yeah, I just really like the, I guess, platinum look to these figures, which it makes sense. Although it's not a platinum figure, it just, yeah, it looks amazing when it has the chrome elements to the box. Although I do not keep the boxes, so it'll eventually be pitched, but yeah, there is that. And then you're gonna get this nice art on the background. Fantastic art. Has that kind of like cartoon look to it, but not super cartoon looking, which is fantastic. It's just amazing. I like the colors of the green, kind of contrast from the whole artwork in general. The nice bright colors, which makes sense because it is Starfire, and she wears kind of bright colors in general, and her hair is amazing as well. So that is fantastic. And then moving here on the last side, you're just going to see Starfire. You know, it's a little dark on the screen, but you can see it there, as you can see. And then you got number 11 once again. And for those who may be searching and trying to actually get it in store, here is the barcode. Now let's get into the actual figure. Starting off, the first thing that you're going to see in the back of the box on the inside is a flight stand, which is fantastic considering that Starfire is a character that actually flies a lot. So it makes sense why this is included, and fantastic considering gives more of that collector edition feel to it, since they actually went above and beyond and actually gave her a flight stand. Although that should be something that's common for every figure that actually flies, but it is not, sadly. Moving on, next thing you're going to see, yeah, I'm just going to show one of them, but you do get two of these effects for the hands. Kind of have seen it used multiple times before, but this time it's more of a light green, kind of like a lime green color for Starfire, just to match her like abilities, or basically the color it makes when she uses her abilities. So yeah, it goes perfect with the character, and you got the nice texturing going on. But you do get two of those, one for each hand. And the next thing that's included is, just like every other collector figure, sorry, I just bumped the camera, you do get this card stand, but it is usually a waste of space, and most people aren't going to use it, especially like big collectors like me. We already use a lot of space, so this just kind of takes up more of it. So therefore, it's kind of just thrown into a bag and put off to the side. But for those who have enough space, probably would be pretty cool to display it by the figure to give it more of a premium feel. And here is the card, matches the art on the back of the box with that nice chrome lettering on the side of the card. Just reminds me time again of a sports card I had growing up, which is fantastic. So I always like that detail on that card alone. And moving on to the back, you're going to see more of that chrome going on. Starfire from DC Rebirth. Real name is, I forgot how to even pronounce it, so I'm not even going to try. An alien princess in exile of Tamaran escaped a lifetime of brutality as a slave and lab rat for the Citadel. And man, so many difficult pronunciations, so I'm going to skip that word too, but you can see it. Years after manifesting incredible energy power, she led a revolt and escaped Earth. An engine of righteous fury, she fights to ensure no other beings have to endure the pain and indignity that ruined her life. So that's a nice read-up of a character that we have not gotten from McFarlane yet. Last but not least, the reason you all are here is to see the actual figure. This is a hard to get one, especially now considering she's pretty much out of stock anywhere. But I just ordered 2 more, considering I'll show it off why I ordered 2 more. And it's not to get the platinum, but because of a certain reason, which you're about to see right now. So when it comes to mine, you can see just kind of, it's probably not going to focus. There you go. For me, the lips are off pretty much. It's like super lowered off down right there. That's where the lip should be, and mine is much below. May not be a big issue to many, but to me that's just going to bug the crap out of me, knowing that that should not be the way it is. So I'm hoping one of the 2 that I ordered will be better. Also now just realized too on her eye right here, that's going to be hard to see as well, but it's a little lowered as well, not where it should go. You can see kind of some of the top of the eye where it should have went. So that's also another thing. There's a lot of poor quality management going into this, so that kind of sucks. But other than that, the paint quality everywhere else seems to be pretty good. Maybe some shaky lines here and there, but matches Starfire with the light purple, dark purple going on as well. Nice skin tone. And then you got the fantastic hair, super long hair that is really like that, especially the nice gradient going on from red to orange. Just that nice look in general. So that is fantastic. Love the texture in the hair. Really just shows it off. And then you got her little gem that she pretty much has always had there. And then nice long gloves as well. Then you're going to get some heels, which also is a common thing for pretty much every McFarlane female character. I wish they would just do something different. Kind of gets a little repetitive when it's just heel after heel for every female character, especially since most are hard to stand already. And this one potentially could be an issue just because it seems like there's a small little gap right there between the end of the boot or front of the heel, whatever you want to call it, and the rest of the space. So that may be an issue. But yeah, as well too, may not be able to see it, but there is more detail going on in the back here. Other than that, pretty much just follows every other McFarlane female character, but it is a bummer, like I said, that they messed up on many of the quality control, I guess you can say, of the paint being put down. Because yeah, it's off the lip right there, the eyes lowered. So I'm hoping one of the 2 that I ordered will have a better face. If anything, I can deal with the eye being lowered. It is the mouth that I cannot deal with, knowing that it's like that. And I guess it would be cool to have 3 different Starfires, but I will probably and most likely sell the other ones at the end of the day to get that money back that I shouldn't have had to spend to begin with. Anyways, get into the actual articulation. Be able to get some nice movement, but the hair is going to be pretty much what causes a reduction, a lot of it. So you're going to be able to get side to side and kind of like down and up right there, as you can see. And then, yeah, like I said, side to side, pretty much no issue, although it tends to look down because the hair is going to rub in the back, and that's just how it was made, so we can't really deduct from that. Looking up, pretty much she's not going to be able to look up. That's just the way it is because of the hair. But looking down, she's going to be able to look down quite a lot. But the hair, okay, for a bit there, I thought the hair was going to start bringing it back, like making it go back up again for the head because of the weight. But seemed to be not the case there, which is fantastic. And when it comes to the actual arms, I would hope that their articulation's good, considering how skinny the arms are for most female characters. So there is that. No issue. And when it comes to rotation, be able to get that nice outward movement going on with the arms. and then you're going to be able to get the little kind of like shoulder up and down a little bit, but not too much. And when it comes to, actually, let me check the bicep first. Yes, there is a bicep cut, so you got rotation there. And then when it comes to the elbow bend, pretty much this is how it's going to be before it interferes with anything. And actually, nope, there you go. I was about to say, I was like, there's no way, but there you go. Pretty much no, well, little gappage, but that's pretty much the max you would want, if I'm being honest. And when it comes to rotation, full rotation here in the hands, and it goes up, be able to get to go up this much, although it's a little awkward because of the ball joint, and then going down that much. So pretty much the full amount in general. So that's cool. And then when it comes to the, I guess, bicep crunch or ab crunch, not bicep crunch. I don't know why I just said that. But anyways, it can bend back this much, and then going forward, it can bend forward a little bit there. And then when it comes to the actual upper torso, be able to get rotation, as you can see. Comes down to a lower part, rotation as well. So a lot of flexibility and good articulation there. And then when it comes to the splits, there you go. You would hope so, with how skinny the legs are on the female characters in general most of the time. And then let me just make sure that there's not, okay, top of the boot can't really do anything there, which is to be expected. I just want to make sure. Full bend there on the knees, just like every other female character for the most part. And when it comes to the ankle, side side, little up action, side side as well. The little, okay, thought it was about to be a little tilt. There you go, some tilt action going on as well. And it comes to the upper, bend up about this much before it stopped, back this much, and then you going to get the nice toe bend right there, just like most McFarlane figures in general. So there is pretty much the articulation on Starfire. Now let me give my final thoughts on this figure. So what are my final thoughts on Starfire? Overall, she's a great figure. I'm not really going to consider the fact that my copy came with poor quality control issues when it came to the eye and the lips, because most people aren't actually going to get that with theirs. So I'm just going to put it from that perspective, as if she did not come with those things, although it led to me actually just ordering 2 more to hopefully get a better face. Paint applications all around. Besides those paint applications, the rest of the paint is fantastic. Very nicely done from McFarlane, especially when it came to the hair, when it comes from the red and then goes down to the orange. As you can see, that is very well done. And one thing I also did realize was the fact that these flame effects, because of her arms being so skinny and the hands not truly fitting inside of them because of how small the hands are, and this seems to, I know these were used for a couple characters, most of them were pretty much all male characters, the hands were much bigger, so that's going to be one issue. Also, when you apply them or put them on the hands, it's going to start to lower the arms down, so that's something to consider when you're posing this figure or trying to just get it to pose the way you want it. May not exactly be what you pictured when it comes to posing it those certain ways. But I do also appreciate the fact she actually came with the flight stand, because sometimes McFarlane, you know, gives us the short end of the stick when it comes to flying characters by not including one, especially since this is a collector edition. That is to be expected to actually include it. Also, I did realize, because her body's so skinny too, yeah, her body may kind of tilt or twist, even though you're not trying to, when you use the flight stand and put it around her waist or kind of like ab area there in general. So that's something also to consider But yeah, it's just something because McFarlane just uses the same thing over and over again when it comes to female characters, when it comes to the actual mold in general or buck. That is something that needs to change, and also the fact that he also included the heels as well for Starfire. I just wish he would change it up, stop including the heels, because sometimes they're not the best when it comes to standing or trying to even pose on a regular stand overall. And with that being said, though, I hope McFarlane from this actually sees that many people want female characters. Time and time again, they sell out quickly. Many people are rushing to get them, and that is the case here for Starfire, because luckily I saw those two from a Best Buy, but it said open box, so who knows how those arrive. Other than that, they're sold out everywhere else and are hard to come by in store because of that reason. That being said, my overall rating of this character, mainly it falls short because of the sculpt, I would say, or just buck in general, and the accessories. So I'd have to give this probably a 9.6 out of 10 because of those issues. Other than that, it may be one of the best female characters this year because who knows how many he'll actually make. But until next time, I'll see you in the next review. Peace out.